Tsavorite, the gemstone lost to time until 1967. From stylish rebellion against inauthenticity to boasting physical and chemical properties that shield it from synthetic lab replication, Tsavorite garnet is a statement of unshakable individuality and originality, enviable attributes the perennial favorite emerald would covet. In addition, Tsavorite is also the rarest and costliest garnet globally. As a testament of its exceptional value and rarity, Tiffany & Co. Harry Platt proclaimed it to be the Rolls-Royce of the green shortly after its discovery. Tsavorite garnet's popularity has risen over the decades as a top unique engagement ring option among jewelry enthusiasts, collectors, and gem shoppers. In this video, we explain how to buy Tsavorite garnet without getting fooled as a first-time buyer, spotting quality in a Tsavorite garnet, Tsavorite inclusions, and tips to detect fake Tsavorite garnet. Tsavorite versus emerald, a battle for supremacy of the greens. Often mistaken by rookie gem lovers and collectors with its close cousin emerald due to their striking alikeness, Tsavorite garnet in actuality happens to be 200 times rarer than an emerald. Besides surpassing emerald in rarity, Tsavorite garnet boasts a more sparkling attribute due to its high refractive index, which is higher than emerald's. In addition, its dispersion capability is twice that of emerald, making it much more radiant. Unlike emerald, its arch-rival, Tsavorite garnet doesn't undergo artificial heat treatments or enhancements to achieve its vibrant greenish color. This attribute upholds its exceptional value and status as the king of the garnets and green gems. What better way to showcase stylish rebellion and supremacy against millennia-old garnets other than spearheading Mother Nature's raw authenticity? Where does Tsavorite garnet come from and what makes it rare? Tsavorite is native to the picturesque sun-baked plains of the vast East African wilderness in Tanzania and Kenya. The most exquisite Tsavorite garnets are native to Kenya's Tsavo, hence the genesis of its eminent name after Tsavo Game Reserve. It boasts an enchanting lush forest green color, comparable to an abundant rainy season in the Tsavo wilderness, where the greenery flourishes and regains vitality. Due to its alluring color, Tsavorite is associated with abundance, prosperity, and vitality. Backdating its formation to eons of millennia before the dinosaur age and formation of the majestic snow-capped Mount Kilimanjaro, the garnet is undoubtedly a noteworthy keepsake of an unlived portion of Earth's evolutionary time period. Furthermore, it's a birthstone for January-born individuals and 25th anniversaries. Why its Tsavorite garnet's cut matters. Being incredibly rare, a Tsavorite garnet's carat weight impacts its prices. Stones exceeding 2 carats or more are exceptionally rare, especially if they're high quality and have the most after Tsavorite characteristics. The shape of the garnet's cut may also decrease the value. For example, some jewel cutters may aim to reserve the weight and forego quality for a bigger-sized Tsavorite garnet ring. Bigger doesn't mean better quality. Therefore, remember to consider factors like the Tsavorite's color, clarity, and cut shape when making its Tsavorite jewelry purchase as a first-timer. How to spot quality in its Tsavorite garnet. Unlike diamonds, which are categorized on a standard grading chart, Tsavorite garnets consist of the following classes. Heirloom. Tsavorite garnets in this class portray a deep green shade and sparkle brightly with minimal inclusions, which can't be seen with the naked eye. The heirloom class is the topmost Tsavorite garnet quality that you can purchase. Best. Tsavorite jewelry in this class also has a deep green shade and striking sparkle with minimal inclusions. Better. Better Tsavorite jewelry class boasts neutral green shades and have detectable inclusions such as feathers, fibers, or fingerprints. Good. This entry-level rank contains Tsavorite's in brilliant pale green shades and noticeable inclusions. Tsavorite garnet clarity. Garnet or gem clarity is dependent on its internal inclusions. Simply put, clarity refers to the clearness or appearance of a stone when exposed to different conditions. The Gemological Institute of America, GIA, categorizes Tsavorite as a Type II gemstone, which implies that it's usually included. This is due to its geology, which makes it more susceptible to inclusions. However, highly valuable and costly Tsavorites show no traces of inclusions when seen with the naked eye. Other precious gems such as tanzanite are a type 1 gemstone, which means that they have less inclusions. Can inclusions affect the value of your Tsavorite garnet? Unlike diamonds, colored gems such as Tsavorites or rubies often have noticeable inclusions. Therefore, the stone's value is rarely impacted by their clarity. On the other hand, clarity is among the 4 C's that gem cutters use to grade diamonds. Even small inclusions can affect a diamond's clarity and value. This can make a diamond with lower clarity less pricey. Tsavorite garnet inclusions. Are they good or bad? Lots of inclusions on a Tsavorite may make it more gloomy, decreasing its radiance. However, the inclusions in its Tsavorite garnet are a statement of its authenticity and Mother Nature's rawness. Here are some inclusions that you might detect on its Tsavorite. Feathers. At a glance, a feather inclusion may seem as a feathery crack within its Tsavorite from a 90 degrees point of view. Others may not be noticeable with the naked eye. Fingerprints. Typically spotted in gems such as sapphires and rubies, fingerprints appear as blurry, mesh-like voids containing gas and liquid figures around the crystal. Needles. Needle inclusions seem like silk when smaller, but they can be bigger and have a distinct appearance. In some instances, needle inclusions may portray a starry arrangement when viewing. Such may be noticeable in ruby garnet. On the contrary, needle inclusions in stones such as amethyst can decrease its value since they make it dark. Asbestos. Asbestos inclusions appear as fibers in Tsavorite garnet. They're a category of natural silicate minerals that grow in thread-like structures. Tiny graphite inclusions. They contain foggy surfaces and may appear as hexagonal crystal structures. In most instances, graphite inclusions have a platelet appearance in Tsavorite garnet. Understanding Tsavorite garnet colors. Which one's best? Tsavorite garnet attributes its peculiar green color to chromium and vanadium presence in the stone. A gem's saturation, tone, and hue predominantly determine its color grade. An intense green saturation makes Tsavorite alluring. An even richness of color and the amount of color is a highly sought-after characteristic in a Tsavorite. A deep emerald green color is the most desirable, but it shouldn't be yellowish green or rather extremely dark. Excessive color can make a Tsavorite garnet dull and lusterless. Minimal color can make the gem fainty, plain, and glossy. Is Tsavorite garnet durable enough for everyday wear? The garnet boasts a 7 to 7.5 ranking on the scale, while emerald ranks slightly higher with a 7.5 to 8 ranking. Yet, Tsavorite stone's clarity bolsters its susceptibility to abrasion. This quality enables it to narrowly clinch the durability supremacy title amongst the 2 green gems. Tsavorite's toughness upholds it as the better contender for daily wear jewelry, such as engagement rings, paired with its extra sparkly characteristic, unlike the less brilliant and pricier emerald. Are fake Tsavorite garnet imitations cheaper or just as good? Tsavorite garnet's intricate physical and chemical attributes safeguard it from synthetic replication. However, there are other dupes that exist that a first-time gem buyer may come across. They include green glass and cubic zirconia. Dishonest retailers may sell green glass as authentic Tsavorite garnet. Yet this imitation is typically less refractive and less dense and appears dissimilar, unlike authentic gemstones. At times, cubic zirconia can be sold to mimic an authentic Tsavorite garnet, but it is often a little harder than a real Tsavorite. Spinel. While spinel is mostly categorized as a gem, it is available in diverse colors besides green. In a deep green shade, it can be used to replicate a real Tsavorite. It also ranks closely as Tsavorite on the Mohs scale with an 8 ranking. In some kingdoms, this mineral was at times used in crown jewels to mimic emeralds and rubies due to its undetectable difference as a dupe. This dupe is often crystalline and sometimes green glass may create inauthentic green spinel. Tourmaline. Tourmaline can be found in almost every part of the globe and is available mostly in 2 colors, pink and green. Green tourmaline, also known as verdellite, possesses similar hardness as authentic Tsavorite garnet, making it an imitation alternative. However, it is less valuable. Tips on how to detect fake Tsavorite garnet as a first-time buyer. Tsavorite's rarity and natural originality exalt its status as a coveted gem to own, but deception and purchasing fake gems guised as Tsavorite garnets can be quite heartbreaking and discouraging to a first-time buyer. Here are some ways that you, a first-time Tsavorite garnet buyer, can consider to avoid buying Tsavorite imitations. Test with a magnet. Authentic Tsavorite garnet typically boasts iron traces, which gives it electromagnetic properties. This trick can help its Tsavorite buyer avoid deceptive counterfeits such as cubic zirconia and green glass, since they don't have magnetic properties. Trace any inclusions. Inclusions often imply that a gem is authentic, so this trick can help you detect some Tsavorite garnet dupes. However, imitations such as green tourmaline contain fibrous inclusions, while spinel may boast fingerprint inclusions. Therefore, don't rely solely on this method when buying jewelry such as Tsavorite engagement rings or pendants. View it under a magnification tool such as a jeweler loupe. This method can assist you as a first-time Tsavorite garnet buyer to detect Tsavorite dupes such as green glass. Spotting bubbles whilst viewing a Tsavorite under magnification can imply inauthenticity. Authentic Tsavorite gem shows no bubble traces, but green glass Tsavorite counterfeit has bubbles when you magnify it. Tsavorite garnet prices. What affects the cost? Tsavorite garnet's prices keep rising steadily as its popularity increases over the years. Tsavorite jewelry, such as engagement rings, are often determinant on the carat, cut, and color. Larger high-quality garnets with more carats are exceedingly rare and tend to be highly priced. Tsavorite garnet prices may vary greatly based on different jewelry brands, but you can own one from as little as $100. However, if you want to buy an exceptional Tsavorite garnet with more carat weight, cut, and clarity, you may have to spend a minimum of $500 to $1,500 for a fine, sparkling, deep green quality gem. The takeaway: despite being lesser known than its arch-rival emerald, Tsavorite garnet cements its status as an epitome of quiet luxury and understated elegance among green gems and garnets. The garnet kingpin eludes and reaffirms "if you know" phrase amongst jewelry lovers and gem connoisseurs in the fierce showdown with its millennia-old cousin, emerald. As its popularity surges, perhaps its pricing and true value can skyrocket, and it'll eventually dethrone the perennial green gem favorite, emerald, and trademark its superiority, ending the supremacy showdown of the green gems.